Hello, and welcome back to Hytale. So today I will be telling you what I know about getting started in Hytale. Now, I didn't get too far into the game. It's not like I defeated some kind of final boss or anything. So, so I'm going to tell you what I know. I've been doing a bunch of mining, a bunch of crafting, and a bunch of exploration and everything like that. So, so let's get to it. Anyway, when you spawn into a new world that you created, you're going to spawn in a structure like this. Like so. Do I know how I got here? No, probably not. There's no story or lore. Not yet, anyway, if there is going to be one. Yeah, you just spawn here, and you just left to your own devices. So when you exit the place, well, you're supposed to do this whole survival thing. You know, just get rid of all the stuff that you can see. Get some plant fibers, get some sticks, get some a whole bunch of berries. Punch your first tree, you know. Or maybe you can just press tab and make a crude hatchet right there. It only takes some sticks, plant fibers, and any rubble. So I kind of like cleared out the rubble around here. So you're probably not going to see rubble. Oh, there's one left. Here you go. You just pick rubble. It should appear near structures like this, near ruins and everything like that. So just pick them off the ground, and you're ready to create some rudimentary tools and whatever that you can make by pressing tab and go into your little crafting tab over here and making things like a campfire, a bedroll, some torches, and your very first benches right there. So we'll talk about the benches later. Just make a sword, a hatchet, and a pick, and then you're good to go, you know? So yeah, obviously the pickaxe can mine stone like that. And then the sword, well, you can take out small furry creatures. And I know, they're cute, but you gotta do it. You just gotta do it in this game, so yeah. And then the hatchet, well, it obviously chops down the trees like so. And thank goodness you do not need to chop down every single log, you know. It just goes away. The entire tree just goes away. And then that's much more convenient, you know. It makes sense. It makes sense, so. And if you mine a tree like this, make sure you get all the wood because, well, they're all in the ground. It's like trees have a root system. I know, it sounds crazy. That doesn't happen in Minecraft. So, yeah. Alright, so, what you're gonna do is you need to find some shelter. So, if you look on the map, you can probably spot some ruins or maybe some campsites that looks very enticing, such as over here, or maybe over here, you know. That those are kind of places, oh, I can commandeer this area and build it up, you know. And that's what I've done over here, you know. Just saw like a bunch of house ruins over here. A bunch of cows just spawning like in the immediate area. And they kind of went away. I don't know what happened to the cows. Maybe they just stopped spawning because I just like built up the place and they don't have anywhere to spawn. So, oh well, good rinse them. I'll capture some animals when I get to it, you know. So yeah, it's like a really crappy ruined house, and I just built it up a little bit. It doesn't look that bad now. It doesn't look that bad. So anyway, you're gonna build your first workbench, which is this guy over here. So this is the workbench. So if you open it, you can make even more stuff, you know, such as the basic crafting stuff that doesn't require a workbench in order to make. So you just get out of here, and you press tab. You may notice that the bow and the arrows is missing. So if you go back here, oh, you can make a crude short bow and a crude arrow. So there you go. So then there's like a whole bunch of other options that's open to you. You can make the higher tier tools, such as the copper hatchet and the copper pickaxe and the iron tools eventually. So cool. And then you can make your other workbenches. So yeah. And then over here, you can make tinkering stuff, miscellaneous stuff, etc., etc. So, cool. So anyway, aside from getting stuff such as the wood, the plant fibers, and everything like that, you may also notice that if you hit the bed over here, if I can find it in here, like right here, it says light hide. Oh dear, that's another thing you need to get. So yeah, that's where all the small furry creatures come into play. Namely, one of these guys over here. So if you exit your little spawn area, you're most likely going to bump into this guy and attack you. But of course, it was patched out and it's neutral now. So if you attack it, it's going to attack you. But it does drop hide. So unfortunately, you gotta take it out. It's unfortunate. Oh, it doesn't drop hide? Okay, maybe not the fox drops hide. but I did get meat from it, so yeah. So aside from the berries, you can also get like a whole bunch of raw wild meat, and that's what you'd probably be eating for most of the early game right there. Berries and wild meat. And there's a skelly, there's a baddie right there. So this guy drops linen scraps, another thing that you probably gonna need. Scraps of common fabric used by many of the Orbis species to fashion their clothing. So you're probably gonna need like a whole bunch of linens down the line. So yeah, get some of that. Don't throw anything out, you know, bone fragments, they're probably useful at some point in the game. And now, let's see, what other furry creatures can I get? Don't worry about like, you know, the creatures going extinct or anything. They do respawn in the same area. I don't think this guy drops hide. Do you drop hide? No, you do not. Okay, that's a shame. Oh look, another cute furry animal. Let's go ahead and process it. Hey, come here. Don't worry, it's a deadly predator. It has horns. It has horns. You gotta take it out. So yeah, there we go. We got some light hide. And then, what you're supposed to do in order to process that, you need a tanning rack. So, that's another bench that you need to create. So, let's go all the way back to the house here. And we could use some fast traveling options, you know. There are horses in the game. Alright, so if you go to our very first workbench, you can go over here, and then you can make a tanning rack, which is right there. Of course, you're going to need 3 light hides, 3 of these in order to make the tanning rack. Any sort of 3 stones and any 6 logs, and then you make a tanning rack. Which we have one right out here. So you click into it, put it in there, and it just works. You know, you wait a little bit, and it turns into light hide. Light leather, I mean. So, cool. So eventually, you're going to get like a whole bunch of light leathers. You're going to need a bunch of it in order to make things like higher tier tools, higher tier weapons, and possibly armor as well. So, if you go through the bench tab over here, right here, you'll eventually make like half of this, maybe, early game. So here's the furnace. This is where you deal with your ores and process some ores and stuff. Here's the armor's workbench. This is where you make the armor. Blacksmith's anvil for the weapons. Here's the farmer's workbench. Here's the tanning rack we talked about. Here's the chef's stove. I haven't been using the chef's stove all that much because, well, I haven't been getting a lot of ingredients, you know. So, it's there, it's available. You can make certain foods and everything like that. So, you can make certain foods that can give you certain buffs when you eat it. And it can also regenerate a bit of your health at the same time. So, cool. That's very nice to see. So, going back to here. You can also make a builder's workbench for your every builder's needs, you know. You can make roof tiles, like up there. You can make different types of wood, like this. Make it look a little bit different, etc. And you can make stairs and slabs and everything like that. Oh yeah, the slabs can go vertically. Aha, very nice. So yeah, you just go to your builder's workbench, throw like any block in there. You can choose like ornate or decorative and stuff. And then you can pick like the vanilla planks right there. You can do stairs, slabs, beams, etc., etc. Everything that you can make in here, out of one little block right there, and you can build nice things of it. You can also build some things out of shell cobble. Look at all the options you have on hand. Yeah, that looks very nice. Look at this, Dark Temple wardrobe. So there we go. That's the builder's workbench right there. So going back to the first workbench here. So where were we? Okay, build this workbench. And the other thing, in order to furnish your place, you get the furniture workbench, which I have right there. And this one, you don't need to place like a block anywhere inside the slot. It'll just like give you some options where you click around stuff. So you can build chests and beds and lighting. Ooh, the lighting stuff. Is there a lantern? Oh, there's a lantern. I need to make one of those. I wonder if you can carry this around. I'm gonna try that later, so yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff and furniture that you can do. What the heck? Okay, bolt of wool. Okay, alright. So like a whole bunch of furniture and decorative stuff that you can place down. So this is what I have so far. Look at this. I commandeered a table and chair from some other place. You know, got some chests out of points of interest there. Also the bed. This thing was just inside the basement, so yeah. Also this thing, if you are done with your broken tools and you don't really feel like repairing anymore, you just access this thing, put it in there, and you can salvage some certain materials out of that one. So, cool. Alright, so any other benches we need to make? Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's the salvage workbench right there. You can, later on, make the alchemist workbench for making potions, and the arcanist workbench for making, I don't know, magic stuff or arcane arts. I haven't gotten that far yet, so you can do that if you want to. I think you can make the teleporters from the arcanist workbench, but we haven't got that far yet, because we need Essence of Void. And that requires a whole nother adventure. So, yeah. Alright. So anyway, that's your shelter right there. You may want to avoid building a shelter or your base or something like that at certain locations, because there was a skelly like right around the middle somewhere. So obviously, don't put it over here. You know, that's its respawn point right there. So you don't want respawning inside your house or inside your fence or something like that. So that might not be the best course of action. So if you look over here, there is like some kind of encampment right there where some baddies spawn. Obviously, don't commandeer this thing and build your base over there, because you're gonna wake up and just see two baddies just walking right in front of your yard. So that's probably not gonna be a good thing. Alright, so another good thing is, well, it'll be in best interest to build your house in Zone 1. And all this greenery, as far as the eye can see, this is Zone 1. This is all the green stuff, you know. So this is called Zone 1. Just remember, we're going to talk about the zones later. So, yeah. Alright, so I already talked about the benches and the tiers and everything like that. And the thing is, you'll have to progress and unlock things the more you do. So, if you go inside the furnace, you may notice that the max tier has been reached, because this is tier 2. It was tier 1 when I made it. But I had to do some things, collect some ingots and everything like that. And once I had that, I had to press upgrade, the button right here, which is gone now because obviously I clicked it already. And this is now tier 2. It gave you an extra slot right here, and it goes a little bit faster. So that's good. That's a good thing. And then again, with the blacksmith's anvil, we're still on tier 1, because we're just missing that little bit of venom sac. And you can get that from spiders. Yes, there are spiders in the game, and yes, there is like a arachnophobia mode that you can turn on and off, I think. And venom sac from the snakes, and I believe the scorpions. Yeah, that. So I just need a little bit more before I can upgrade the anvil. And I need to upgrade this so I can get this little guy over here, the thorium sword, which requires tier 2 in order to make. So yeah, and this one requires tier 2, this one requires tier 3, this one requires tier 3. So yeah, that'll take a while to get up there. So for the armor's workbench, in order to make the thorium armor and everything, it doesn't require tier 2. I can just make it right off the bat, so cool. Let's see, does it tell you like what tier it is? Maybe I did need tier 2, because like I upgraded this thing to tier 2, right? Okay, maybe. Just keep that in mind. You need to like upgrade benches in order to get certain things, you know. This is tier 3, this is also tier 3, so yeah. So the armor, you get the head, chest, hands, legs, and the shield. Alright, and going back to here, this is the sword. You got the mace, you got the battle axe, you got the daggers, and the bow. I should check out the other weapons as well. Yeah, okay. Alright, so there we go, with the benches and everything like that. And not only that, certain other things require some kind of upgrades as well. You know, such as the tanning rack requires an upgrade. And the farmer's, holy crap, the furnace workbench. That can go up a few tiers, you know, because you mouse over some certain things. There's tier 4. And you go even further down the line. Get tier 5, tier 6, tier 7. Yeesh. Okay. Well, farming's just got a little bit more grindier, you know. You think it's like, oh, you're gonna have like a casual game where you can farm and stuff like that? Well, I got some news for you. You want to make some grass? Well, you just can't wait for it to spread over the dirt. You gotta make it and replace it. There is a mod to fix that, so yeah. Alright, so there we go. Those are the benches, and that's progression in the bench tiers and their stuff. And speaking of unlocking things, there is a thing with the with unlocking things in order to make certain things as well, and that is called memories. So if you travel around and explore certain places, I think that's a must because that's part of the memory system. So if you go near certain mobs, such as the Skelly over there, and maybe the birds, if you can get close enough, it kind of looks like they're shooting blue light projectiles at you. It's more of like picking up XP in Minecraft. It just comes to you, goes in your body, and then you just get that memory discovered thing. And what are you supposed to do with that thing? Well, you're supposed to go to, and this is the only lore that we have in the game that I know so far. You're supposed to go to the Forgotten Temple, which should be in Zone 1. And near your spawn area. And you won't miss it because it looks like this. It's like all marbly and all white and stuff. And there's like a blue lantern fire thing right in the entrance there. Look at this. There's a goddess statue right in front. And then you go in it. Go downstairs. There is a baddie down here. But is there a baddie? Probably not. It's just a guardian. You just take it out, you know. It's not hard. Just like don't mash your face against it and you should be fine. You know, it just has like a bunch of HP and that's it. And this guy respawns, so yeah. If you need emeralds, it drops one. So you go into the Forgotten Temple and it is a lovely place, you know. Look at this. So ignore everything else. Go all the way down here. Don't even talk to these guys because they want your money, which you don't have. And then you go to this particular statue over here. You press F, and then you just report your 12 memories. Well, it's 12 memories to me, but you know, whatever memories that you recorded, just press the button over there. And you may mouse over these other icons. It'll tell you what it unlocks. So, 10 memories. You can craft the following: 3 decorative chests, 2 eternal seeds, and then the next one is like 25 memories. You can craft the following: more chests, more seeds, and look at that, 1 maximum teleporters. So that means you can't like spam teleporters everywhere. It kind of sounds like that you can only have like what, 1 or 2 teleporters on at the same time. I don't know. I don't know how that works. It says the work in progress. So okay, all right, fine. And then the next one for me is 100 memories. Holy crap. And that would mean that the more you travel, the more new mobs you're going to see, you know. Look at all the stuff that you can see. Look at this. Fresh water. It tells you what mobs you discover. Look at this. Very nice. I wish you can, like, you know, drag it around, take a closer look, or maybe have some kind of info about it. Or maybe what it drops and stuff. I'm wondering if you can access your memories through your tab or something like that. I wish that was a thing. Okay, alright. And then you got void spawns. Haven't been to that particular area. You got the goblins. Holy crap. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, this guy was annoying. Predators. But I tell you, the fox is a predator. You gotta take it out. So, alright, so those are the memories. You can't go into any of these particular buildings because there's nowhere to go. It's like a work in progress. Look at this. So yeah, nothing else to see around here besides going in here and recording your memories and unlocking things. So let's go all the way back. So anyway, speaking of unlocking things, and the memories and everything like that, and progression in general, well, you just gotta, like, you know, take everything out. Everything must die, including the cute, fluffy, furry animals and everything. So they drop like hides for you to convert into leather and everything, and with the leather, you can make stuff out of it, you know. And they also drop things like the venom sacks from the scorpions and everything. You need that stuff, you know, in order to progress and everything. So anyway, I'm not seeing any sort of in-game clock, although there is a mod just to put that back. So yeah, you go in here, you know, it's dark enough. Maybe you can sleep now, so you just like go to your bed, interact with it, and that's your like respawn point, you know. And there we go. It's a whole new day. It's a whole new day. So anyway, the zones that I was talking about, if you go to the map, this is zone 1. See all the green crap, all the green zones. It looks really naturey and stuff. That's like zone 1 right there. That's where we are. That's our spawn point, and that's where the Forgotten Temple Gateway is. And that you can like put like certain locations over here, and you can place a marker and everything like that. But it kind of looks like you can only place like 1 or something like that. So, oh well, it is what it is. So anyway, all right. So you may be thinking, so how do I like gear up and stuff like that? Well, you're gonna need like ores and stuff like copper, iron, thorium, cobalt. So you can see the list of ores. If you just go to one of your benches, you can just like figure it out, you know, by looking at the weapons and everything and the armor. So here's the copper sword. Whoa, it's made of copper. So there you go. It tells you how to make it. So yeah, there's your copper, and there's your iron, there's your thorium, there's your cobalt, there's your adamantite, and there's mithril. So anyway, so far as I know, copper, iron, thorium, cobalt, and adamantite is in the game. You can get cobalt, thorium, iron, and copper through ores and through minings and everything like that. Adamantite, I'm not sure. I think you're supposed to make it? I'm not sure. Okay, beneath this, okay, you can probably get it. It says ore on it. So that's probably like one of those things. I believe mithril is the one that you can't get yet. So yeah, all right. So those are the ores. And seeing how copper is before iron, iron is before thorium, you can work out that this is from lowest to highest right there. So yeah, if you mouse over it, it'll probably like tell you maybe some kind of information about it, something like that. I don't know. It doesn't really say much. So yeah, those are the ores that you can get right there. So anyway, since we are in zone 1, you can get a whole load of copper in zone 1. So if you just dig down into a cave and everything like that, you can get like a whole load of copper. That's not to say you won't get iron. You will. Just not a lot of it. Not a lot of it. So where can you get iron? You can probably get iron in a whole different zone. So let's see. Okay, let's go down here. Now, if you travel far enough away, the map kind of calls itself because this last little bit over here, it's not being shown. So yeah, it doesn't show the entirety of the map that you explored so far. You just have to get up close to it in order for it to like load what you loaded. And so far, I know I've been down here, and it just doesn't show it. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate right there. I want to show you the desert, and I can't. Alright, so anyway, zone 2 is where you can get thorium. Zone 2 is the desert, right down here. So if you dig down into the cave and everything like that, you're gonna find like a whole bunch of thorium. Like a whole bunch of it. Whole bunch of thorium. And in zone 3 is all the way up here. You see that white little bit over here? That's where the snowy biomes are, the cold place. So if you go inside a cave in zone 3, you're gonna find a whole load of cobalt right there. And I believe you can find like a whole load of iron too. I'm not sure if it's up here that you find loads of iron, or down here you find loads of iron. I just know that every time I visit like not in zone 1, I can get like a load of iron as well. So yeah. Now zone 4 is probably this little island over here. This looks like a baddie place right there. Look at this. So it's probably called some kind of desolate lands or something like that. I think that's where you can get adamantite at. So yeah. So anyway, every time you go mining, well, you gotta be prepared because let me show you the caves. Now, of course, in previous episode, I just dug straight down because, you know, I just turned off the fall damage and everything like that, so I can survive it. It's up to you if you want like play like that and stuff. Up to you. With every cave that I explore, it just seems kind of endless. It just keeps going and going and going. It just doesn't end. You know, like Minecraft, it just doesn't end. More so in this particular game, you know. You may think so, oh, I'm gonna reach a dead end eventually, right? And just not. It just keeps going and going and going. Holy crap. It keeps going and going. So, yeah, you just like have a lot of fun, you know, just like exploring the caves and everything like that. And it just like seems very endless. Like it doesn't cap off at all. At all. For the larger caves, you're probably gonna have to dig a little bit deeper if you want like larger caves. But so far, these are all the veining caves like up here and everything. So yeah, obviously this is where I've already been to, so you can see like a whole bunch of torches everywhere. So lighting is very limited. Every time I place down a torch, it just doesn't seem enough. It doesn't seem enough. Look at that. I had to place the torch over here. I had to place the torch over here. It just doesn't light up the place to my liking, you know? And, you know, there's no gamma setting in here. So not even for accessibility, you know? It's just not in here. Maybe I missed it somewhere and I'm not seeing it. But I could treat the gamma a little bit, you know? Just a torch. It just doesn't light up like a big room. Seems quite dark. It's all dark down here and everything like that. So when you go mining, bring a whole bunch of torches. A whole bunch of it. Just have it in your offhand. And the default key for your offhand is like holding Z and everything like that. And you can put things in your offhand like this. Just put it like in here or something like that. Hold on. Yeah, like that. And then you can put things in your offhand, like torches and everything. So, yeah, cool. Alright, so another thing that you want to do, keep in mind when you're mining, is, well, the mobs can spawn right near you. I had that happen. It just... Oh, these things explode. Okay, I learned something new. Alright, cool. So where was I? Oh yeah, the mobs. Yeah, the mobs can spawn like right near you. And sometimes when you're going for a cave, like this one in Zone 1, it just doesn't feel like they spawn at all. At all. But if you go down to the fiery lava zone, which is Zone 1, there could be like quite a lot down there. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Alright, cool. So let's see, I talked about the mobs, lots of torches and everything like that. Oh yeah, there is a backpack that you can unlock in one of the benches. I forget which one, but it's right in there in one of the benches. You can unlock a backpack. So if you click this thing, you get like 9 extra slots right up here. And then you put stuff in there, but you have to open it each and every single time. So, you know, you close the tab and reopen the tab, it should be like still open. So yeah, that's convenient right there. And you can have more slots in your backpack eventually. So yeah, that's your backpack right there. What's this one again? Collect. Oh, you can see memories in here. Okay, all right, that's cool. But I'm not seeing anything in here right now. Yeah, where's all my collected memories? Oh, do they disappear once you okay, all right. Well, there we go. All right. So yeah, here's your iron and copper. Sometimes you get like hit the mother lode and find like a big vein like this. There we go. Nice. Yeah, a whole bunch of ores. And they only stack up to 25. And don't worry about not seeing them in the dark. They kind of shimmer in the light. Just not as much. You know, it's not like complementary shaders in Minecraft where you just get like all the glowing ores and everything like that. This one's more subtle. A lot more subtle. There you go. Nice big juicy vein right there. And of course you get like a whole load of coppers since we're in Zone 1. Whole lot. Look at this all. Look at all the copper. And we only got like what, 2 pieces iron? Yeah, it's only 2 pieces right there. So with whatever iron that you can get, you can probably get like iron in Zone 1. Just like not a whole lot of it, you know. Just not a whole lot of it. You can also find interesting things when you are inside a cave. Sometimes you see ruins. Sometimes you see some kind of like ruined house or a ruined base or something like that. And then, oh, hey, free furniture. And then you just take it and stuff. Sometimes you see a chest over there too. And it's just like, it's not fantastic loot, but you know, it can be useful sometime. If you ever need something like that, you know. Alright, cool. So when you do have some adequate armor, eventually, you can just go through a cave, not have to worry about a thing, you know. Not having to worry about mobs ripping your faces off. Unless you're in like one of those higher zones, then you don't really need to worry about the mobs in this place. Well, we run into rats and bats and stuff so far, so yeah. Not really an issue right there. But you know, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't like keep on your toes and everything. There's like this really mean magma toad that you see in the previous episode, where it just wrecked us. So you should be careful when you're in the lava zone. Obviously, you don't go in the lava. That would be bad. So yeah, I'm not quite sure about these crystal shards. I haven't found a use for them yet. Not yet, anyway. So let me collect a couple of things. A couple of these shards. There's also equivalent shards at certain other zones as well. So let's collect a couple of these just in case you need them. And when you do need them, it's like, oh wait, I got some. And you'll be glad that you collected some. And sometimes, when you go far enough in the cave, you see an exit point right here, like this one over here. And just be careful when you exit out of a cave, because you might see like a bear like right at the entrance. So, all right, so there we go. So that's the mining part right there. All right, let's see. We talked about mining and stuff like that, and the backpacks and everything like that. All right, and I have my like, bedroll over here. So if you do like come out the mine and the cave and everything like that, and it's dark, and you may want to consider bringing a bedroll like this. So you just place down like a cave entrance and just you know, have a little bit of a nap, and turn it back to daytime so you can see something. I'm not sure how the mob mechanics work in this particular game. Not sure it works by light or works by day or whatever. Not quite sure. Not really quite sure. So, of course, it will take like a little bit in order to get back to our base right now. So it is over there. Yeah. So all the way over there. Obviously, it's going to take a while. And I'm not seeing the horses anymore. There were horses around here. I just haven't dealt with it. It's like, ooh, there's the spiders. Yeah, you're freaked out by spiders. You know, don't look. But these are the spiders. And they're creepier than the Minecraft version. Oh, keep away. And then it curls up when you take it out. It's like, oh. But it's kind of like a necessity because you kind of need one of these things. Look at this, venom sacs. Either take out the spiders or take out the snakes, whichever one you want to get rid of. It's fine. Now, of course, there are certain tricks, certain glitches or bugs or exploits or whatever you want to call them that can make things a little bit easier for you, you know, in terms of traveling. So let's go back into the workbench over here. And you may notice if you go to the tinkering tab, you see a whole bunch of rails like this. And then you like get a rail cart like this. So let's give this a try. I'm not sure if I can make this work, but I'm gonna try it, you know. All right, so let me see. Let me do this over here. And where was the Forgotten Temple? Maybe I'll do it like over there or something like that. Okay. So I've seen a glitch or a bug where if you put a track down and it goes like 45 degrees down into a wall, something like that. And you sit in the cart. It would just like propel you forward or something like that. Not sure how this works. Hold on. Like so. Okay. Then we're gonna sit in it, interact, and then go. Oh, it kind of worked. Okay, keep going, keep going. Whoa, okay. That's a funny bug right there. Where are we right now? Holy crap, we traveled that far? Oh, okay, all right. So yeah, if you can figure that out and control it in some way, you can probably span long distances with this. So yeah, that could be useful if you can control that. So another thing that you could do, and I should have shown that into mind, but let me just put this back down and get down there. So let's say you're deep in the mine, and well, your pick is broken, and you don't feel like getting out of there. Maybe you're lost. You know that's a very valid reason of trying to get out of the cave. Now you could dig up, just dig your stairs up and everything like that. But of course, obviously that also takes time. You probably dig yourself like straight up, but of course that also takes time. So yeah, let's go ahead and try this next little bug. Alright, there we go. Alright, so this is a little, what do you call this, an alcove? You can call it an alcove if you want to. So this is 1, 2, and 3 tall. 3 blocks tall. And it is 2 blocks wide. And up there, you can fit a person, like so, like this. So this is 2 blocks tall and 2 blocks wide. It's like a square. Yeah? Now, this is important. You have to have a block, like right there. Right there. Okay? And there's no block to the side of it, because obviously you can just do this, Now, what would happen if I would just jump up while standing over here, and I'm aiming to the right side over here? Yeah? Obviously, there's a block in the way over here. So let's go ahead and give that a try. Oh, what's this? Oh, I'm back at the top? Oh. It's so easy to pull off, too. So easy to pull off. So if you're like deep inside a cave, and you need a quick exit, that's one of the bugs you can take advantage of right now. And you better take advantage of it right now before it gets patched, Look at this. I made another one like right here. I made another one right here. Easy. Easy. Now, I believe that block over there, it's just like, get back down there. Now, of course, there's no bug to go, like, down, as far as I know, anyway. So I believe that block, like, right there, is in the way, Obviously, there's no block in the way if you jump up here. But if you jump up and you hit your head with this, the game's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna attempt to put you, like, on the next available level. And that's probably what's happening right there. So, yeah. Alright, so this bug, including the rail cart, is... I got that from the Spiffing Ritz video. So you can search that on YouTube and look it up. Should be right there. So he has like a whole bunch of other bugs and exploits and everything like that, because that's what he does. That's what he does. So if you're interested in taking a look at that particular video, you can go ahead and take a look at that one. So aside from traveling, like not legit, get back up here. You can probably find a horse. I don't know how to tame it, but maybe there's a way. Well, you can build a rail cart system. That's going to require a lot of materials right there, but you can do it. You can do it if you want to. There are teleporters in the game, the porters at the Forgotten Temple. You can build a teleporter. Now, can I show you that? No, I can't, because I haven't gotten that far. It's like Essence of the Void that I'm missing, and I haven't gotten that far yet. So, yeah, there are teleporters that you can build, because if you... we were at the Forgotten Temple, And I moused over those icons at the memory place. Yeah, it says like +1 teleporters and everything like that. So eventually we'll be able to make the teleporter and teleport places. Now, of course, you could run towards these places. Look at the desert place. Look at this. You could just run there. It's not that long. It's not that long of a trek, you know. So eventually you're gonna get tired of running back and forth and everything like that. So you can just make teleporters and teleport to those particular locations. You can do that if you want to. You can do that if you want to. Now, you're playing with friends on a server and everything. You can just tell your friends to, oh, you live in this particular zone, and then you live at the icy biomes and everything like that, and then you live in the desert, you know, and then you can share materials and share resources that way. Just meet halfway, you know, make an exchange and everything. You can do that if you want to. So yeah, that's another way of doing this thing. So what's next for me right now? Because I am obviously rocking the thorium armor and everything like that. Well, I don't have a sword, so that means I need to unlock the blacksmith's anvil here. So I just need like a bit more venom sacks. So that means I need to go to the spider's place again and get like even more of the venom sacks, and hopefully I'll get enough to upgrade this anvil and eventually make the thorium sword. So once I make the thorium sword, I can make a trek over here. Just check out this place, you know, scope it out a little bit and see if I can do it. And, you know, go underground and see if there is adamantite under here. And there's also an encampment in here, too. Jeez. And, also, I need to make my way up to the pines. So the pine area should be... It's a thin, like, tree. So it might be here. I'm not sure if that's the pine area. It's in a colder biome, I know that. That one's the Sir Trees. That's the blue logs and everything like that. And I don't know. It's up in the north somewhere. I just need to look for that particular encampment. And obviously the map's not showing me that because it calls the map if I'm far enough away. Maybe this is the encampment. I don't know. I need to look for the Outlanders. And those are the ones that drop Shadow Weave scraps. And that is needed in order to get some other things. So I'm not quite sure... which one I need that for. It's somewhere around here. There it is. There it is. Cobalt Sword. That is the next one after Thorium. And that one requires the Shadow Weave scraps. So we need to look for the Outlanders. So yeah. Cool. Alright, so there we go. That's all I know about Hytale so far. So if you have any tips or tricks, or if you know something that I didn't mention, you know, put it down in the comments below. Let me know. Because we're all new to this game, you know. So, yeah. Alright, so there we have it. There we have it. That's what I know about Hytale so far. And, we really need to build the farm around back. Just make things look a little bit pretty. Look at this. This pathetic farm over here. Jeez. Gotta grind for farms. Ridiculous. Alright, so there we go. There we have it. So yeah, that's Hytale so far. And hopefully, when I come back to another episode, I'll be rocking some, like, cobalt armor and stuff like that. Is it raining? Unbelievable, it's raining. Sheesh. Alright. Alright, so I've been FoamVlog. This has been Hytale, and I'll see you next time.